Yo, so here it is, Addictive Drum 2, right? And I'm gonna feature one of my favorite bands from Pluto. The name of the group is the Three Dans, and the Final Click Band and Show. Here we go, y'all. Take a listen to this. Okay, so as you can see, they just got started. So let's talk about Addictive Drums. On the browser here is the top section we have. Right here, you can see the name of the preset. You can click here and you got the preset browser. Right here, you can save your presets. And here you can click up and down and move from different presets. Also, this is just the logo. And then here you have the play button. And then here you have the gallery, explore, the kit. You can see the drum kits there. There's the edit window and the effects, and there's your list of beats. Okay, so right here, we got a couple of drum sets. You can see right here, we're starting with the Studio Pro. Then we got the Studio Rock, and we can continue down in different drums. I mean, from soul to heavy metal, any drum that you want. This is one of the most complete programs for creating drum beats that you can imagine. Everything is done really good. And also each pack has its own drum loops. You can just click right here. You can listen to the drums. Let's go to something else. How about this one, Vintage Dry? Click on another one. Nice. How about this Latino thing? Oh, that's nice. You even got some percussion things going on in there. You can have a lot of fun. But these are your presets that you can listen to before you decide which one you want. Okay, so right here you can see we have the Studio Pop drums. And from there, we can select the kit. And inside the kit, you can see there's the cymbals. We got 3 cymbals, even a ride. And we have 4 toms with these drums, and a kick, a snare, a hi-hat, and a cowbell. Okay, and then you also see there's the tracks for them. There's the kick, the snare, the hi-hat, the 4 toms, and overhead rooms and bus. And you have a send. So let's take a look at how this functions. So now, you get the cymbals, very famous cymbals, Zebians. And you can see you can click and change the cymbals to any cymbal that you want. Now, of course, you have to download more products from them to get the complete selection. But just even at the starter, this is great. Right, so, and you can also click on them and hit them too. So that's a good function too. So now, let's go back. I think that one was the small cymbal, the 10-inch. There's the 18, the 17th, and it's a 21-inch ride here. Now, the next thing is you can see right here, you can also mute and solo each instrument, or each drum or cymbal. So now, tom 1, tom 2, tom 3, tom 4. You can see that's a 10-inch. That's a 12-inch tom. There's the third tom, it's a 14-inch, and the last floor tom is a 16-inch. Okay, so let's listen to them. Now, that's nice. They already tuned for you, sounding great, but you can still change them. So let's take a look at this, and you can click on that, and now you have a Tama. Just click back, it's empty. Let's go back, Sona. And click again, the Tama. All right, so you can change your bass drum. That's the bass drum. I like that way that sounds. That's a Tama. This Pearl. Now the Pearl sounds a little bit too paper for me, so I'm gonna go back to the original Sona kick, not a bass. This is your snares, selection of snares. Now snares are very important. You can get deep snares, piccolo snares. You can just buy the expansion packs and just collect all the snares that you necessarily would need. But these are live sounding drums. But you also can get packs that include electronic drums too. Here's your cymbals, the Charlie. And you got your cowbell. Okay, so now, as you can see here, you got your solo and your mute buttons, and you even got phase buttons on your channel strips. This is really great. And you can also pan right here. You can see that's the pan left and right. Everything is set up for you pretty easy and simple. Okay, so Studio Pop Drums, and if you click right here to edit, Addictive Drums offer you some really great functions, like you can change the tonality or the tone of your drums. So like the kick here, and then you can click on there, you get the snare, and you have the hi-hat, etc. So I'm gonna stay with the tom. You can see right here, you have an overhead level, a little bit of room level right here you can modify. And then next to it, you have a thing called a response, and you can see this. This is all for the velocity, and you can move that up and down. So let's play the drums a little bit so we can hear some things. All right, so this solo the kick. All right. So that's not doing too much. You got a filter here. Oh, that's another thing too you can do. While you're testing things out, you can take a photo, it calls a snapshot. You can click on that, and you can see number 1. So that means no matter what I do, when I click back to something, it's going to return to number 1. All right, so this is the pitch. So just listen to that. Now watch when you click to number 1, it's back to normal. So just keep trying some new ideas. That's the filter. Really nice things like you can do right there. And then the next one is the pitch, offset. You got the tone. Just bring that back to normal. Okay, and you can see that's the starting point, the decay, and the end. And then here you have the envelope. So it changes the attack and the release. That's the decay, sustain time, and release. Change it, everything there. So go back to 1. And there's your cut, the range. Changes everything there too. A lot of fun things to work with. All right, so here's our second edit window. And you can see right here, if by clicking the kick, you can see the kick information, and then the snare information, the hi-hat, and etc. wrote the toms. So let's stay with the kick. You can see right here, the kick has 2 microphones, one on the beater and one on the front. And you can just blend them or move them the way you want. So I'm gonna play the kick drum. And you see, look, that's more of the front, and it gives you more bass. And here, give you more attack. So you can blend it the way you want, and that should work. Here, right here is the noise. This is a tube sound. And that's probably not really useful for right now, but maybe for some reason you might want to use that. You get your decay and your level. The next one is the compressor. I like to compress outside of the drums plugin, but they do offer a great compressor. So here we go, compression. You get your ratio, that's already on 1.94. You got your attack and your release and your threshold. And you can see the gain reduction is here. Also, you can see there's the amount and the mix, more like parallel mixing, okay? The next one is your EQ. You have a 4-band EQ, as you can see here. Let's get to around 60 hertz. Get really some of that sub end right there. But I like the way they had it anyway, but just to show you. All right, and then the next one is tape, and you can cut that on, and you get some drive there, like a tape machine would offer. That sounds nice. You got your sharp here with your attack and your release, and there's your threshold. You can click that off or on. There's some saturation, and you can also work with your trim. Okay, so wow. Next thing we need to do is check out the effects part, okay? So here we go. First thing you do, you have some feedback, time. You can do your swing, your ping pong. You can get in some delay in the reverb setting by moving them left and right. And you also can choose your plates right here. So let's listen to that snare. Let's make the output loud. So you can hear the reverb. That's a plate. You can see the pre-delay, the decay, damp, etc. And look, just change the sound. There's a room here. That's a hall. That's nice. A lot of good things you can do that. I like the plate. And then you can see here there's an EQ for your effects. It's a 2-band EQ. And you also have your output. That's a little bit too much reverb. Just bring that down a little bit. You also got pre and you got post. Okay, so to me, the sound is great and I'm enjoying what I'm listening to, but one of the most important pages is, especially for songwriters, is the beats. So here you have the library, the category, the tempo, the time signature. You also got beats and fields. So if you click here and you go to all beats in the beat gallery, you get all the list of the beats right here. And you can see that's the beat I'm listening to right there. And you can go all the way down and check out different beats, of course. So just play that beat right there. And then you can also change it with a rim shot. Same beat. Side stick, close hi-hat. So you can maybe use the close hi-hat on your verse and the open hi-hat on the chorus. Now also, you can actually take beat off and just hit fills and you will see the fills. And you can see that one right there is loaded up. And these are just riffs. Now you can modify these, of course. So now if you like a beat, you can just take that beat and just drag it over here to your MIDI file. So just grab that. There we go. It's right there. Let's make that large so you can see it. And you can modify that any way that you want. Because now you see it on your MIDI grid. You can change it the way you want. So that's a nice, easy feature to work on too. Just drop and drag. Don't forget, select that and just drag it over. Okay, so now I'm gonna put it back on all beats again. You got different, all the different drum kits you can select here. You got your rock, you got your Latin, Afro, you got your hip hop, you got your metals, and continue to funk beats, etc. You got your favorite beats, which I already saved that one. I'm gonna load that back up and play that. And that's an easy one that you can just, when you click this button right here that says favorite, it automatically puts it in your favorite folder. Let's continue in the beat gallery, and there's the short list, which is one of my favorites. You can remove that too. And then you have the transforms. And right here you can do a few things like 8th note, 16th note, accents, random. You know, you can do a few things like that on different parts of the track. You can change the speed, normal, the length, and etc. Now also here's your record button if you want to record something and play. There's your sync. Usually it's nice to sync it to the tempo. The tempo of this song is actually the same as the tempo. It's 140. And that allows you to play it in real time. And also you got your, you can see the MIDI parts right here. And here you can also change the time signature. And you can see it's 8 bars. That's how long it is, the sample. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the mixer. And one thing great about this mixer is that it's more user-friendly to a person who uses a table and record actual drummers. So like, it comes with 10 mono tracks. That's stereo, you have to convert them. They're all mono. And then at the end, you can see the overheads in the room and the bus. Those are stereo. So don't forget that, okay? So now also you got your mute buttons, you get your solos, phase, and you also have your panning left and right here. And you can see there's all the channels, very clear for you to see. Now there's something that's important. Now I'm gonna play this for this beat. Now you see here, let's go to the mixer. You can see there that it's coming out of the plug-in channel. That's okay for writing music, but that's not really okay for when you want to mix it and really get fine control over your track. And the easiest way for that, they made it so easy for you. You can come here and you can select this button. You see it's on master. We're gonna put this on separate out. I'm gonna use post, not pre. You click that, go to the next one, post, and you go to the hi-hat, post, and I think I heard some overheads, post out, the room, post out, and the bus post out. And then you can create some tracks like I did here that matches. And you can see there's your kick, the snare, the hi-hat, the overheads, the room, the bus. Now, you go to Pro Tools. I'm going to show you another video with how to do this in Logic, and Cubase, and FL Studio, and Live also. So here, you can see right here, you can go to plugins, not to interface, not to bus. Go to the Addictive Drum 2, and you can see this kick. Select kick, go to the next one, select snare, very easy. And you can see they are actually mono tracks, hi-hat, etc. And then you go here, now you go to you got stereo for the overheads and room. You don't even see the kick on the list. So now you can do that. You can come here. Actually, let's just go ahead and record them. You can actually fix your levels the way you want to. So I'm going to record these drums. All right. Now that's very simple. Now, I have to be honest about that. This was very exciting to me because it's actually so simple to get my tracks out of the MIDI situation into waves. And now I can come here, mute that, and I can go over here and start mixing these drums. Click all of these things off, and you can see I got my EQ on my Gross Cat. I got the 1073 Neve. I got saturation on the snare, distressor on the snare. I can do anything I want with these drums now without using Addictive Drums anymore. So here we go, let's listen to that. Now that's a really nice sound, man. Let's take out the distressor. A lot of compression, distortion, harmonic distortion, nice. I'm actually using 1176 here to compress the drums. Fast release, Martyr's Attack, and you can see that my gain reduction was about, let's see, that was about 3, just to get started with. Okay, so now it's time to have some fun. We got some guitars here, no bass, no vocals, nothing, but just guitar, but I'm having fun with AK Multimedia. Plug-in Amplitude is one of my favorite for guitars, and you can see why. You can see we got 2 amps loaded up on one guitar. Both guitars has 2 amps involved. You can actually add up to 3. And you can see the different microphone selection. We got a 57, U87 there. And then over here, we have a 57 and a Royal 121 mic. You guys got to see some of our videos on miking guitar amps. So let's take a listen to how this sounds together in content with the drums. you see how that just come together? Those drums sound really nice. They sound live, they sound real, and especially when you start EQing them and giving them harmonic distortion and the typical treatment that you do on live drums. Also, you can see that little notes on this. You can see that I'm using the SSL on guitar 1, and you can see I'm looking at 4.5 kilohertz, and right there, just a little boost there, like 3 to 4 dB. And then on the other guitar, I used the API, and I went for 7 kilohertz, same thing, 4 dB boost. This gives you 2 different tones for your guitars, and that's pretty nice. Okay, so don't forget to check out the rest of our videos on Plug-in Masters on YouTube, and go to our website because we have a lot of great deals. And don't forget, on Instagram, we give away free plugins weekly. So I guess I see you guys in Plug-in Masters world. Okay, so the next time, be strong, get some good mixes out there.